Now, I just need to cut out the gussets. And I'm going to use 3/8 inch plywood for that. So I'll throw a piece of 3/8 inch plywood up here. Okay, so I need 12 of these. Four of these, 12 of these, 24 of these, and I need 1, 2, 4 of these. Okay. Just so happens I happen to have a 3/8 inch plywood in here. There's no reason that I can think of not to use these pieces here that are already cut. Now the one, let's see, let's put our heel plates on first. I need 24 of these. And the one restriction that I did see on these gussets was on the heel plate. And they want to make sure that the face grain on the plywood runs parallel with the truss. If I go ahead and cut these off here like this, I can stack these and gang cut this slope. Wish that was a little bit wider. I could have got 2 of those out of each one of them instead of just one. But these will work for something else someday. Another truss. They don't quite work for this one. Well, anyway, there's 6 of them. That's enough for 3 trusses. No, I need 4 on each one. So that's only enough for 1.5 trusses. All right, let's see here. Nineteen and a half inches. Okay, there's enough for 2 more. We got there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Of 3.5. Okay, I need two more of those. All right. That gives me what I need of those gussets. All right, those 6 of the 24 gussets that I need. Though that shape. All right, there's 6 more of those, so that's 12 of those. I need 12 more of them. Well, I'm making some progress here now. I need more of these gussets for the diagonals where they meet up with the top cord. I've got all the ones for the heel plates that I need. I got 2 of the ones for the top cord. So I need 10 more of those. And I don't have any for the bottom cord. Yet. So I'm going to have to find some more plywood. Now that piece, half of that's no good because it was rotten. It was laying on top of that stack outside. But half of it is good. So I might as well utilize what I can out of that. Yeah. All right, I can't quite get 10 of them out of that, but I can out of the next piece there. I should be wearing them. All right, that's enough of those. That's enough of those style. Those are a little damp still. They've been in here in a hanger for a couple of days, but it takes a while for them to dry out. Even with the fan going on, as wet as that was pretty soaked. It was outside in the rain. I kind of set it off the pile and had it sitting in the rain. So I think I'm done. I think I'm done for the day. I got the heel plate gussets done, and I got the diagonal gussets done. And so the next thing is to do these top cord gussets and the bottom cord gussets. And I know what I got. I got 2 of the top cord gussets done already. I need 12 of those, so I only need 10 more of those. And I need a dozen of the bottom cord gussets. And I'm not going to get them out of this board. I can get some of these bottom cord gussets out of this one, but then I'm getting up into that crappy part of the piece of plywood there. So that's going to be it on it. I think I'm done for the night. I'll quit for now. Well, that was pretty good. I got my templates made out, and I got half of my gussets done that I need. So I'm going to have to fish out some more 3/8 plywood someplace to do the rest of those gussets. But I only need 20 more gussets. Well, 12, yeah, 12 and 10, 20 more gussets. So, okay, that's enough for one day. All right, new day today. It's Tuesday, October 1st. I'm back out here in the hangar working on these gussets and stuff for my trusses that I've got to build. Now I got a 3/8 inch piece of plywood up here. This one had been outside and got pretty wet and was really nasty. You can see this end is pretty black down here. There's some surface rot, mold and stuff starting on it. I've taken the main portion of it out here and I finished up my gussets for my diagonals, where the diagonals meet the top cord. Here, I've got all of those cut out. Whoop. And I got some of those cut out of some scrap boards that we had around here. Some other odds and ends pieces of 3/8 inch plywood that were here. I got, I think, 10 of them cut out. Maybe I had 14 of them cut out. Anyway, I cut the rest of them out of this board. And then I was able to get, what have I got here? 3 of these gussets for where the webbing comes into the bottom cord at the center. And I've got 4 gussets for the peak. And that one's just a piece of scrap there. And then I've got all the gussets cut out for the heel. This is the heel plate here, where the 2 cords meet out on the rafter end. I need 12 of these ones for the top plate, the top cord, where that comes together. I've got 4 of them, so I need 8 more of those. And the same thing with this bottom plate here. I need 12 of those, and I've got 3 of them cut, so I need 9 more of those. Well, I was cutting those out of what was left over on this board here after I got the gussets cut out for the diagonal. So I've just about run out of good wood for that. I don't have enough left there for any of those others. So what I've been doing is cutting 3-inch strips here. Well, that's what I just did, is I just cut a 3-inch wide strip here. And this will be the gussets for where the vertical pieces, the web pieces, meet into the top and bottom cord. Oh, and I also need splices where the 2 bottom cord pieces are going to meet. All right, so that should give me enough for my main trusses there for the splices on those. If I get 10 out of 5 out of each one of these, I got 10 there. I need 12. I get 2 more out of that one. That means I've got 3 left, enough for 3 left on that one. Now this wood is just getting in here to where it's starting to get rot on it on this end down here, so I don't want to use that anymore. Let me turn this board over and see what it looks like on the other side. Yeah, I don't want to use any more of that on rafters. I can get a little bit down. I get maybe something down here on this end. This end here is not too bad. Let's see what I can get down here. So I can get 1 of these out of this. This is still good enough to use down there. And then get a little bit right there. Let's see. Like that one. I can use that one. Alright, that gets me just about as much out of that piece of plywood as I can salvage in good conscience. The rest of this, it's just got mold on it and stuff, and it's wet. This edge here is, like this section right here is really wet. It's saturated through. It didn't delaminate, but it's moldy. Oh, anyway, I don't want to use the rest of this for any structural purposes. 4 and 2 is 6 of these peak ones. So I need 6 more of those. Sawdust gets up your nose. So there's 4. I'd probably just cut the rest of this up for firewood. Throw it in the stove to get rid of it anyway. Okay, so there's 4 gussets for this bottom plate. I need 12 of those, so I need 8 more of those. And I've got 6 of the gussets for the top plate. I need 12 of those, so I need 6 more of those. I got a fire going in the stove over there, I think. I put these over by the stove and get them dried out. I did that with these gussets here that I cut last night for this top cord to diagonal brace cut. They had a little bit of surface dampness and stuff on them, and that dried those out really good. So that should dry these out even more. Well, it's a rainy, windy, chilly, nasty day out there again today, even worse than it was yesterday. Looked like it wasn't going to blow too much and rain too much there for a little while, but it's making up for it now. My wife just gave me a haircut this morning. So I've been out there crawling around looking for some plywood, and my head got a little bit chilly. So, feels good being in here in the hangar, even though the fire is way over there and the heat from it doesn't really get in here much. The wind is blowing and kind of blowing through here and keeping the heat from building up in here, but it's between 50 and 55 degrees in here, which is warmer than outside, and it's not near as windy in here as it is out there, so this isn't so bad. I just went out there and was kind of prowling around looking for some more plywood to use to finish these gussets with. I've got a whole stack of 3/8 inch plywood out there that we got off a construction crew that did the post office. Well, anyway, I've got a big stack of it out there, but it's all covered up. And it's back in behind a whole bunch of stuff, so I don't really feel like rousting around enough to get in there to get that for one sheet of plywood. It's take quite a bit to get in there to move around enough to get that, and it's pouring down rain. I really don't want to uncover anything or anything like that out there. So I got to browsing around in my drying shed. Well, here's a piece here, a pretty good sized piece, a couple of smaller pieces here. I had to dig through a whole bunch of other stuff, some 3/4 inch marine plywood and some OSB and a bunch of other stuff to get down to it, all scraps and stuff. But anyway, I dug these out, and we'll see if I can get enough of these now to fill out what I need for the rest of these gussets. Well, I think I said I needed 8 of those gussets for the bottom cord. Down here on this end, needed 8 more of those, and I need 6 more of the ones for the top gusset, and then that'll do me. That'll get me what I need, and I think I can get what I need out of this stuff here. So crap. We get 2 out of that. All right, I got enough of these bottom chord plates now. And I've got 8 of these top plate ones now. So I need 4 more of the top plate ones. I don't know if I want to get them. This piece is a little bit wet. Got rained on out there when I was out there. I don't know whether I'm going to get... I'm not going to get 2 of them out of that one. I'm only going to get 1. Shoot. Well, one's better than none. Almost. I could do it. I could make 2 out of that. That's plenty big enough. Just a 1/16 of an inch on each side. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. All right, I've got 10 of those peak gussets. I need 2 more of them. I've got to find enough wood to make 2 more of those. These 1-inch plywood boards are just a little bit too heavy for me to handle. Can't handle anymore. All right, I got those 3 1-inch sheets of plywood flipped off of the pile here. And the reason I did that is I got thinking, I almost forgot about it. I've got enough gussets now cut for the trusses to go on the addition on the house. But the other thing that I need to do is I've got to make rafters for the porch. Now, it's been a while since I've worked on the porch project there. I've got 4x4s and 6x6s, or 4x6s and 6x6s that we milled up. I guess it's been a little over a year ago now, maybe 2 years ago now. Anyway, they're planed up and stacked up. And then I had a whole bunch of yellow cedar 12-foot long 2x6s that I planed up and tongue and grooved for car decking. And I've got to make a porch on the house, timber frame porch on the house. So I'll have a timber frame framing in the porch, 16 feet long from one end of the house to the middle of the house. And then over the entryway, I'm going to have a peak roof coming off of it, coming out from the roof, with the peak coming out from the house. And that's going to be timber framed, but that's only going to be, I think, 6 foot wide, just wide enough for the entry for the house. So on either side of that, I'm going to have trusses coming down for the roof on that. But those are only going to be half trusses, where these trusses that we made for the addition on the house, gable type roof, the ones for the porch are only going to be half, like a shed roof. So I'll want the same trusses as I've got here. So anyway, I need, well, let's plan for 6 trusses. I think I'm only going to need 3 on one side and 2 on the other. I think I'm only going to need 5, but we plan for 6 trusses, then I'll have enough gussets. So this gusset for the peak up here can be half of the one that I just cut. The same with this one down here. And the heel plate gusset was going to be the same. So if I do 6, we'll need 12 of those, 12 of these, 12 of these, but we'll only need 12 of these here because there's only going to be 1 brace, diagonal brace in there. So 12, 12, 12, and 12. I may be able to use some of these offcuts here for this because I'm only going to need half pieces on all of these instead of whole pieces. I just flipped my mock-up drawing out of the way, but I've already got all my templates all cut. So technically all I need to do is, so that one won't work for that, but it'd probably work for that. This one will work for that. This one will work for that. I need to cut this one down for that. But that'll work. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and I needed 12, and I've got these 2 right here, so that'll be fine. All right, the gussets that I need for both the addition on the house and the porch addition. So now this plywood has been in here long enough and dried out enough. Decide, because I need to get this hangar opened up so I can get my vehicles in here and do a little work on them. Judy's car, something happened to the shifter on it, and it won't shift. The pickup, it's time for an oil change, and I got to fix a headlight and stuff like that. So it's time to get this wood out of here. This plywood out of here. I can let's see what I can do here with that. Get that piece up there. I got to cover this stuff up. And what I did with the other plywood was wrap it in house wrap around it, and that way that keeps the water from running out of it, but it'll allow the air to breathe through it. Well, my son will be here a little while. I'll get him to help me pick this 1-inch sheets up and stack it up on top of this pile. Yeah, I'm not going to try to pick that stuff up by myself. I had a hard enough time with just that 1/2-inch sheet. I'll screw something up besides just my back. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I got all the gussets cut that I need. Now, I catch up with some of the other work I've got around here. I got that blow-up house, that blow-up paint booth put away, and that's good. I've got a big tarp down on the ground over there. We had to protect that bottom of the tarp from the sand and gravel and stuff underneath it. That's got to be washed off and put away. It's being rained on right now, so it's kind of washing some of it off, but I need to move it around a little bit so I can get the water hose out there and spray that down, get all the sand and dirt and stuff off of it. And then if we get a chance, if it dries out, then I can start folding that up, figure out some way to hang it so it gets dry or something before we put it away. And then we wanted to haul some more material in here, finish out where that bathhouse was, where we were backing up there and dumping the sand and whatnot when we put the septic tank in, and finish filling that out and leveling it up. And then I've got to haul some material in to make a bed. I've got a 22 kW standby generator to put in. So I've got a bed put in for that, packed in and stuff, so I can put a foundation in for that and get it hooked up to our electrical system. So when the power goes out, we can live, but the freezers go out and stuff. If it's out for any length of time, then all the stuff we have in our freezers will get ruined. And I've got a couple of freezers here that we've got a lot of valuable stuff in that I don't want to get ruined. And of course, having heaters on and stuff like that, that gen system is enough to power any of the heaters we got. It's supposed to be able to power a couple of air conditioners in the summertime, and we don't have any air conditioners or any big heaters that draw a lot of current, but it'd be nice to be able to have lights and stuff like that here. Last time the power went out for any length of time, we had the big mudslide in about 5 Mile. It was only out here for about 2.5 days, but there were places where it was out for 5 days or so. So it'd be nice to be prepared for that. And then in the springtime, when Judy gets her chickens, puts eggs in the incubator, that's usually when the power goes out. It's when she's got a whole bunch of eggs that are just incubating, and they wind up getting killed. Well, anyway, we've got to put that in there. And then I'd like to get started on putting that porch on. I don't think I'm going to get to doing that add-on in the house. I got to get this van lift fixed so that I can use it to get up and down and do some of that stuff with. I'm just getting too creaky to start going up and down ladders 30, 40 feet in the air. But anyway, we still got plenty to do. Right now, I'll look at putting this stuff away, these gussets away and stuff, and then I can get that plywood to figure out where I'm going to put it. When I get it put away, I got to put a cover on it. I started to look at Judy's car yesterday when she said she was having trouble with the shifter on it, and it's just pouring down rain out there. It's just no fun anymore to work out in the rain. All right, well, that's enough for now. I take Haji for a ride to town and go check the airplane, see how bad the birds have been pecking it.